Okay, sorry about that. Starbucks was not open. If someone can hear me, give me a 5x5 so I know the microphone is now working. Had some technical difficulties trying to get in there. And also the phone went dead, actually, because I was using it all day. So I'm going to let people get in here, and it's 9:38. I apologize for being late. The information is important. So hang around for just a moment while we gather some people up. I'll try to share this as quickly as possible as well. So hang with me because this is very important information because it affects everybody. All right, so we got enough people so we can get started here. At the moment, I'm in Palmdale and I'm sitting at a IHOP because Starbucks was not open, so I had to quickly find someone that had power. So that's where I'm at right now, but I will go over what happened, I guess a couple hours ago now. I was contacted by Eric Paddock, as everyone knows, or if you don't know, Eric Paddock, I started a relationship with him about 2 years ago now, I guess. And I think, well, a year and a half ago, whatever it was. Anyway, I apologize for the unprofessionalism of this particular broadcast, but I need to get this information out as quickly as possible. I will make a much more professional video probably later tonight because this just occurred. But here's what's going on. And I want to welcome everybody aboard. Welcome Michelle, Bear, Fawn Spy, John Wigo, Debbie, Robert, CL, Roger Keenis. How you doing, Roger? Edward would say, how you doing? But I'm going to have to punch you. But anyway, it's all right. Pac-Man, everybody's hang around because you're going to want to hear this. This is extremely important. If you leave, then that's on you. But this is important. Here's what happened. I received a lawsuit about 2 hours ago. The lawsuit was actually against Stephen Paddock's estate. Wait until you hear who is suing the Stephen Paddock estate. And I'm going to make double sure. Let me look at the actual lawsuit again because I was looking at it while driving. But this is important, so hang around. Hopefully you can still hear me while I do this. I'm pulling up the text messages from Eric as I speak. Let's see here. Yeah, see if I can show this. I'm not going to show it because it has proprietary information on it. And back to that. Okay, so here's what's going on. I just wanted to double verify before I actually say this. The people who make the bump stock, Slide Fire Solutions, is suing the estate of Eric Paddock. Oh, excuse me, the estate of Stephen Paddock. Apologize, Eric, if you're watching. That's what's happening. And what this means to you is this. And I'll get more into this later because I don't want to say too much right now because this is very fresh information. It's brand new. But again, the lawsuit is filed by Slide Fire Solutions, Inc. They're in Texas. If you go to slidefire.com, that's their website, but you'll see that it's down. I don't know why. Maybe somebody hacked it. I wouldn't know who would do that. But anyway, so the people who make the bump stocks are suing the estate of Stephen Paddock. Now, here's the situation with that. The estate of the estate of Stephen Paddock was given to the victims of the shooting. And the estate affairs are being handled by an accountant, a county accountant in Clark County. His last name's Birch, and he's the one doing the finalization. And apparently, I guess they went out of business. The Slide Fire people did, and now I guess they're grasping at straws or whatever they're doing. But they're suing the estate of Stephen Paddock. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I know what my feelings are reading this prima facie, which means on the face of it. And by looking at this lawsuit as it sits right now, and I will go over it with a fine tooth comb, but I just want to get this out there because it's important that, I want to get this correct, but I do want to get the information out there that this company or the people that are left of the company or whatever's left of it, maybe the shareholders or what have you, are again suing the estate of Stephen Paddock. And by doing so, what they're doing is they're effectively suing the victims because that money has been allotted to the actual victims of the shooting. Now, Slide Fire can claim that they're a victim, but I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to have a little fun with this one because that simply just does not rest with me at all. And so you get to see what I'm going to do in the next couple of days. Eric gave me permission to give you this information and to proceed as I see fit. I won't do anything, obviously, to jeopardize anyone else's things or whatever. So trust me, I respond to things in an emotional manner, just like you guys do, because I'm wrapped up in this thing, just like you guys are. Many of you, like Michelle, CL, Jeff, all you guys. I don't see anybody else in here that's a direct victim of the shooting. Edward might be a future victim of a shooting. Anyway, just kidding, Edward. But the situation is this. If someone is going to sue the estate of Stephen Paddock, what they're doing is they're taking money away from the money that was allocated to the victims of the Las Vegas shooting, of the 1 October, whatever the name is that people want to use. I prefer to call it the Las Vegas shooting or Route 91 shooting. But they're suing them. I'm going to read this. I'm not going to read it to you guys right now, but I wanted to get this information out there as quickly as possible so you guys can actually talk about it. And I will produce the lawsuit so you guys can see it probably on my next broadcast. But again, this information is fresh. Literally, it's 2 hours old. It has not been announced to the mainstream media yet. I prefer to keep that. Hey, LVSA, what you have missed is this, and I'm going to repeat it. About 2 hours ago, Eric sent me a copy of a lawsuit that was put against the estate of Stephen Paddock. And in the lawsuit, which is filed by Slide Fire Solutions, Slide Fire Solutions is the people who made the bump stock, and they're suing the estate of Stephen Paddock. Now, Slide Fire has obviously gone out of business, but apparently in the lawsuit, I guess they're suing to recover whatever damages they have. I mean, I guess they lost their business, so whatever they think. But this is almost as stupid as the damn Safety Act lawsuit where they sued the victims, because this is how this will be affected. The lawsuit, if any money comes out of Eric's pocket, meaning not Eric's pocket, but the estate, Eric is the executor of the estate. And if any money comes out of that estate, then that money cannot be earmarked for the actual victims of this crime. And I don't know about you guys, but that just rubs me wrong. Really wrong. Well, that remains to be seen, but I can tell you this. If anyone from Slide Fire is listening to this, or one of the attorneys is listening to this, this is going to be one of the most embarrassing moments you have ever encountered. Absolutely. One of the most embarrassing moments that you have ever encountered. I have taken on attorneys before. You can see it online because you can actually see where one attorney came onto my website one time and tried to battle with me live on my website, which I thought was rather hilarious, and lost his ass. But the way I feel about this is that this lawsuit is someone suing the victims again. That's literally how I take it, because the money that was allocated or earmarked from the sale of the property, the two houses and the remaining cash funds and what have you, and to date they've spent over $300,000 just trying to handle the estate, which that comes out of it as well, which is kind of ridiculous that it costs that much, but that's what it is. And that's information that's never been released before. So yeah, I guess I gave that up. I'm not going to say who the attorney is yet. So, but I probably will tomorrow. But the attorney is a Las Vegas attorney, and clearly it's not who anyone would be able to guess. It's not an attorney whose name I'm familiar with. But the factor is this case is not, if I have anything to do with this, which I do at this point, because Eric kind of gave me permission to proceed as a wish, but what I'm going to do, not necessarily as a wish, but what I'm going to do is contact that attorney and find out if they really, really, really want to have some bad PR, because unless they can come up with some incredible reason that I'm not familiar with that can justify suing the victims' families and the survivors in this case, then I mean, I'm just at a loss for words. And this is just unbelievable that someone could even try to justify doing this. There's just no, I can't really think of how someone can even think they have a chance. The only thing I can think of is this is some attorney who thinks he's going to get his name in lights or something because he feels that, well, yeah, you know, you can sue Stephen Paddock's estate and try to recover funds from losing your business, but you're the very people who created the object that was placed on these damn guns that killed people, and you think you're going to sue the estate of Stephen Paddock? I don't think so. So I'm going to go back and double check and make certain that I have every single thing figured out here, making certain who the parties are, and all that. And I will be back on here probably even later tonight. I'm not at the hotel yet. I literally had to stop at IHOP to plug in my phone because Starbucks isn't open, but I got me a Starbucks. So anyway, this just doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm going to contact, I guess, some mainstream media. Obviously, you guys know who I'll probably contact and let them know what's going on here. But this is yeah, I'm reading some of the comments here, so bear with me. Yeah, Slide Fire Solutions is a Texas company. I went ahead and did a who is on their account. Their website's obviously down. They're apparently defunct. They're from Moran, Texas, Moran. I'm going to call them Moron, Texas. But if you want to find out who the proprietors are, you can do SOS Business Search Texas. Just type into Google SOS Business Search Texas. You'll have to pay $1, I think, for the report, but it'll show you everybody that's on there. You guys do your research on your end. I'm going to do more research on my end. I mean, I'm already familiar with who they are, but let me see here. I'll try to read some. I'm going to break away for a second, and I'm going to see if you guys can still hear me, because I don't know if my microphone works when I pull away from the screen. So I'm going to say something now, which the microphone is going to work right now, and I'm going to pull away from the screen and go to a different screen and see if you can still hear me. Okay, if you can hear me now, type the letter G. The letter G, if you can hear me right now, because now I'm looking at the lawsuit, and I need to know if you guys can hear me. So now I'm going to go back, but I'm not going to share the screen because it actually shows private information. Okay, perfect. You guys can hear me. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the lawsuit. And here we go. Okay, the lawsuit attorneys were James D. Boyle, F. Thomas Edwards, Holly Driggs, Driggs. All three attorneys are from Las Vegas, Nevada. They are the attorneys for Slide Fire Solutions, LP. The case number is P as in Paul -17 -093 191 E. Again, P for probate -17 for the year -093191 E as in Eric. And I can read part of this out to you. It says, the undersigned, through counsel creditor of the above named decedent, hereby presents the following claim against the estate of Stephen Paddock. On October 6, 2006. So anyway, I'm going, okay, yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, so I'll stay on this screen for a second, and then I'll get more as I get out of here. Again, I'm in Palmdale, and I'm in the middle of another documentary, not having to do with Las Vegas. It's a totally different thing. But so let me go back on here. Okay, so I'm back now, so you guys can hear me. All right, so it's 9:54 PDT now. I'm gonna try to gather. What I'll do is, oh God, Thumper, if you say something stupid right now, I'm gonna knock you the hell out, bro. This is not gonna be the time to come in here and say some stupid shit. So whatever you do, don't do it. You can stay, just don't be stupid. Again, what's happened is the company, the makers of the bump stock, Slide Fire, have sued the estate of Stephen Paddock. That basically means they've sued the victims, because the victims fund is going to be affected by that, by whatever the amount, if they try to win or whatever. And this was just given to me by Eric Paddock about 2 hours ago, maybe 2.5 hours ago, whatever it was, during my last live. So anyway, so I'm going to gather this information together and try to present it as best I can as soon as I gather more concrete information. So that's what we're going to do. It's a crazy, this case never ceases to amaze me. But anyway, I'm going to end this broadcast here. I'm going to let you guys chat. But I'm going to have to end the broadcast and head out of here, because I was supposed to be somewhere at 9 o'clock and it's now 9:55. So actually, I can hang around for another minute because I just got a text. All right, so they're okay. Let me go back to, I'm going to go back and read a couple more lines in the lawsuit. I'll be right back. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to try to screen share and see if it works. Probably won't, because I'm on a cell phone and I'm supposed to be on the desktop, but I'm using it in a different way. Stay with me, guys. Okay, it won't let me screen share on this particular phone. So I'm going to get back to where I need to be, where I have a desktop. I may go live again. If you guys are going to be up, it's 10 o'clock. I'll be back probably between 11 and 12. So if you guys want to stick with me, or not stick with me, but come back then, I'll do it, or I'll just wait till tomorrow. So I'm going to revisit this really quick. I just need to get on the road and talk to you guys shortly. If you want, let me see here. I don't think I can do that. My phone's only at 4%, so I can't create a chat so you guys can just chat amongst yourselves. So I'm going to end this now. And again, the lawsuit was placed against the estate of Stephen Paddock, and if any dollar comes out of that estate, then it affects everyone that would be paid out of the victims fund, which is where all that money's going, is into the victims fund. So that's kind of ridiculous. I don't want to say too much more than that, other than if this case is exactly as it appears, it's going to be very embarrassing for the people who did that, because for someone who made the bump stock to actually sue the estate of Stephen Paddock for the damages that they received from this case is just mind-boggling, absolutely mind-boggling. So anyway, guys, yeah, it's pure insanity. This case is just completely riddled with unbelievable situations. So this just adds to it. I don't know, Ramsey, if you're watching this, maybe we have to film another scene. Talk to you guys later. Don't forget, Money Machine comes out July 3rd. Make sure you have your tickets. You can watch the theatrical release at home. I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much and have a great evening.